Okay. Dun, dun. We should be live right now. Live
Great.
right this second. Let me see. Yep, we are. We are. Okay. All right. So it should sound a lot better now. It should look better. It should say we're back on the bottom there, and then Hugo should flicker on and off during this entire experience.
My laptop shit. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's old.
Much better. There you go. Yeah. All he had to do was use the internet, the power of the internet. I'm trying to think if I would like to maybe, well, I'll change it next time. Fuck it. It's just going to look like this for now. So we have besides technical difficulties that last 34 minutes, we also have some stuff to do, to go over, some questions to answer, some hanging out to have. I don't know. What else do we got going on besides just being kerfuffled?
I don't know. That about covers it.
the amount of kerfuffle.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm very thrown off by the annoyance with the stream. Streaming never works from my house ever. It's the fucking worst. This laptop's a piece of shit, and I want to burn it.
Understanding the process is helpful, but YouTube does not help anyone do anything because YouTube is bad at streaming. It's a shit show. I hate their service. I genuinely hate their streaming service. It's very hard to deal with. I'm wondering if I can take the top and bottom off of this. Okay, so I guess this is mostly your show today.
I guess.
So
it's an Ask Hugo, I guess. It's also a live show. We're just gonna kind of fuck around and talk to you guys if you have any questions. I already have plenty that I have from Twitter because I asked the other day you guys to tweet me some questions and whatnot. If you want something to be answered, for sure, obviously super chat. But this can be about anything, obviously. Talk about or ask questions about anything, or if it's related to the me coming out thing, anything about my past regarding that, or present, or whatever. So
sure.
That's all we get. Jeffrey E. Petrone, here's a question.
Ooh.
How do perfection takes time?
Interesting. What's your favorite color?
What's my favorite color?
Yep.
Purple.
That's what I was gonna assume.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of purple as well.
That's why I purple up the professor's shit.
There you go. Purple. I like a purple. Let's do this. How you guys like the idea of satin? Purple satin. Say yes.
Sure.
Purple. Oh yeah. Don't worry about it. Just things are happening, okay? I said it's your show. I'm the producer here, okay? You gotta do
okay.
you gotta do the hard part. Oh, hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, someone in the chat coming out. What? Yeah, I'm a lady. Surprise. I shouldn't have taken the time to put fucking makeup on. My face is 10 pixels wide.
Well, check it. Look, I keyed out black. So now I'm gonna move around. It's gonna be very visually interesting, and then you're gonna disappear. But that's okay, because behind you, I'm going to add a picture. So every time you pop out, I keyed it so that just in case you did pop out.
You look like a character from that Chowder show where all the textures were like that.
Yeah. Okay. I'll find you a suitable replacement here. Picture assets. What do we got? Did I not save any of those? I have fan art that I saved, but I don't know where. Here, I'm gonna do the cat. We're gonna do Hugo cat behind you.
Okay.
What are they? What are those called? There's a name
For what?
for a cat girl.
I think they just call them cat girls.
No, there's
I
a
don't
name.
know.
Weebs. Help me. What's the name for that? Chat is going pretty quick.
Yeah, Forna Loda says, "Dear person formerly known as Hugo, new name? Question mark." Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to say yet though, because what if I change my mind?
Sure.
You'll know relatively soon.
Nico.
I don't know.
It's a Nico. Wow. I said Weebs. Every person in chat said Nico. Okay. The Needle Drop. Thanks for hanging out. My question: why is the sandwich I'm eating so freaking good? Probably because it's soy. It's just got soy in it. Soy is very delicious.
Today? That makes sandwiches very delicious. If it's the only thing you've eaten today, then it's amazing.
It keyed out my beard.
Yeah.
This I'm using my second camera, so the color's all weird. Thanks, Fantano, for hanging out. Will you get a physical change? Also, wait, did you already talk to Mike MC? Will you get a physical change? Yeah, that's like part of it, right?
I assume they mean. Do they mean in like a surgery way?
Oh.
Yes. Preferably.
Eventually.
Not everyone feels the need to do so. I would prefer it. But again, that's going to depend, unfortunately, because we are in the good old US of A. It's going to depend on insurance and what's going on at the time, I suppose.
Grant Hewling with $2. Michaela Peterson's Lions Lair parenting fail. I don't know what Lions Lair is, but she is with the pickup artist now.
I'm pretty impressed that we had all those fucking issues, and when we started the first time, we had 700 viewers, and now we're at like 650 or so. We only lost like 50 viewers with half an hour of
665 now.
With half an hour of technical problems. That's not too bad.
Yeah, not bad. Cyrus, the $5, just saying here. Lucy Balzano with $9.99. Hugo is a national treasure. We love you. Are you going to teach us all makes via YouTube video? I don't know what that means. Are you going to teach us all makes via YouTube videos? I don't know. Also,
I think they meant makeup.
Maybe. Probably, maybe.
Also, if they did mean that, I'm not good at it, so you don't want any advice from me.
Also, it's
Sarah has done at least one makeup stream, though. Check her out.
It's okay to change your name several times. I changed mine twice until Lucy felt right.
Right on.
I think for branding purposes, it makes sense to be sure, but we don't have to change anything until you want to nail it down, because I think YouTube would frown upon us continually trying to change the name, right?
Yeah.
So, but beyond that, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, so feel free to do the super chats to make sure that we read your shit. Otherwise, we're going to be picking randomly. We also have some Twitter things that you specifically were talking about.
Okay. I'm looking for a good tweet one from the past couple days right now. There's quite a few of them, so I'm just parsing through.
Video capture device.
Are corn and Hot Pockets part of a complete breakfast? If the rest of your breakfast is a complete breakfast, yes, it can be a part of that. I think corn just goes right through you, though.
Corn goes right through you?
Yeah. Like, I don't think we digest it well. I don't think, you know what I mean?
Maybe not. I don't know. I feel
I don't know. You're the corn guy. You know the corn facts.
There we go. Look, my color is better. There we go. Let's see. No, I'm still going to be a little bit purple. It's okay. I'm beautiful. Faux Logic with $4.99. Don't have much time. Just came to drop in to say trans rights. Indeed. And then John Azell with just $1.98. No message whatsoever, just that. Appreciate the support.
Oh, boy.
Of course, corn is life. I think corn operates exactly... It does exactly what you need it to do, okay? At all times.
On Twitter, Jen Holton asks, did you ever listen to Adventures in Odyssey when you were a kid? I vividly remember there was a storyline called Castles and Cauldrons that was practically ripped off of a chick tract. I did listen to Adventures in Odyssey. The church that I went to at the time, they had a library in which you could rent the various cassette tapes of it at the time. Jake, are you aware of Adventures in Odyssey and what it is?
No, all my abuses came in my teen years.
Okay, great. Adventures in Odyssey was a syndicated radio program for children, and it was like a there was actually a cartoon made of it as well. But basically, it was like a little show for kids with characters and everything, but on the radio, which you just don't see anymore because people don't sit and listen to the fucking radio at home usually.
Gather around for some what are those? What were those called? The firelight?
I don't know. The fireside
chats. With the president. Remember when we respected those?
No, I do not. Anyway, so I do remember them. The one I remember in particular was there was a plot device on the show where in the town there was this guy who was an inventor. I think his name was Wit or something like that. And he had a holodeck in his house. And no one questioned this. He just had like a holodeck so they could do these fantasy episodes. And in this episode, in order to teach this kid a lesson about why there are rules, he put him in the holodeck and ran him through a scenario in which his parents let him do whatever he wants. And he takes their car out and becomes paralyzed from a car accident.
What the fuck?
And I was like, this is a little fucked up for a kid show. I remember thinking that as a kid without the naughty language. I don't know if I knew the F word at that point. But I distinctly remember that because I was like, this is a little overboard. Bear in mind, this is a show whose stakes are normally the bullies being mad at me. This was not par for the course for this show. There was a cartoon. I don't know. I haven't seen it in many, many years. Not since I was a kid. So I don't know if it holds up in a funny way, the same way Bible Land does. But yeah, I remember it.
Jacob Dunkel with $2 gonna send a Fago care package from here in Ypsilanti. Oh, thanks, Jacob. The proximate. We got so many. Hold on. The Proximate Galaxy with $5. Hi, Hugo. I just wanted you to know that you coming out helped me come to terms with myself a lot and got to share the love. Well, awesome. Very happy to hear that there's some help being had. Chloe W with $5 reduce. Hey, you keep saying you're not important and it's making me mad. You are important. We love you, Hugo.
Did I say that? I don't remember saying that.
Does that mean you do feel important?
No, I don't, but I don't remember saying it. I'm not normally
yelled at then. No, you're still getting yelled at. Molly System with $5. Love y'all. Love you too, Molly. Bitter Brush with $5. One of my own personal friends just came out as transgender, and I couldn't be happier to embrace them. Trans rights, friends. Can't relate. Can't personally relate. Fornalata with $5 dues. Dear Hugo and Jake, I have purchased those durian wafers for a snack table. I am going to sneak them onto the table and tell no one. Am I terrible?
Oh, people are going to know the minute that gets opened that they smell like butthole.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. Is that a legal ramification that maybe you're... I don't know.
That's a good question. If a food is so fucking disgusting that any normal person would put, I say normal, whatever, it's all relative in terms of, what is culturally normal. But let's say in a Western country like the United States...
Durian is not normal, no.
You put durian out, and 99% of people are going to gag the minute it goes in their mouth. Does that constitute a crime in some way?
I don't know, but...
Or is that just being an asshole? I don't know.
It might be both. David Sanders with $5 dues. If you change your name, will you do a new intro song? I missed the old one, but I'd get it. I mean, I don't have any interest in doing a new intro song, but
we haven't even talked to Dorian Silk in a very long time.
I can't get a hold of him. I don't know if he's alive.
If someone else, out of the kindness of their heart, wanted to produce a new theme song, more power to them, but I don't think it's anything we'd be pursuing.
Yeah, no. Christy Abbey with $2 dues with a retracted message. I'm assuming that was nudes, okay? Verbal nudes. Thank you for the verbal nudes, Christy.
Are verbal nudes just saying, nipple?
Yeah,
nipple?
Probably. I don't know.
Okay.
It's like a bodice ripper.
Okay.
Kristen, which is not a sext. Kristen with $5 dues. Have either of you seen Disenchanted, and what are your thoughts on it? Disenchanted is that animated, it's sort of a Simpsons-esque style on Netflix that I didn't watch.
Futurama-esque. I watched like the first couple episodes, but I just didn't get into it. And I'm a big Simpsons fan, and I'm a huge fan of Futurama. But I couldn't get into Disenchantment. I don't know why. Even after I've gotten into like playing D&D in Jake's campaign on Charisma Saves.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/actual Jake.
There's corn.
I don't know. Disenchantment didn't do it for me. I don't know why. Maybe I need to give it another shot. I don't know.
I haven't. I'm not even interested in it, so I don't know. Heather Gallagher with $5 dues. Hugo, if you ever come to New York City, drop by and I'll make you a trans flag cake like I made on Twitter. Only it'll actually look good at ABC Lever Run. Did you see that? Did you see the trans cake? I don't know if I saw.
I didn't see it. I believe that no matter how bad it looked on a cake, if it was bad, the meaning was there. Also, cake is delicious. So
I disagree, but that's okay. Make me
a fucking monster.
Make me a pride steak, and I'll eat that. Garbled Bridger with $5 Australian dues, I think. Been watching since I started uni and graduate next year, so thanks for 4 years of distraction, I guess. Hugo, what brand of foundation do you use?
That's a good question. I know what the tube looks like, but I actually don't know the name off the top of my head. That's kind of weird. I could go get it. Give me a second.
Mitchell, oh god. Okay, I'll wait. I'll hang on. Matthew Hill with $24.99. Just yay! Thank you very much. I appreciate your enthusiasm and I appreciate the support very much. I'll save this next question from Mitchell Line for just a second. Is that the bag we got you?
Yeah.
Nice. Mitchell Line, how do you feel about more erotic fan art of you two?
Nah, I'm good.
Did I not do this?
Maybe after I get less awkward and lose some weight, if I'm really hot, maybe I'd be into it.
There we go. Carasius Vigorous with 200 rubles. Here, take my useless currency. Cheers from Russia.
This is Tarte, or maybe Tarte. I'm not positive. I'm guessing Tarte, though. Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation and SPF 15 sunscreen. So that's nice.
The needle drop.
I am a fair beige.
Name reveal at 1 million subs. There we go.
I'd do just about anything in 1 million subs if that were to ever happen.
Christy Abbey with $2 dues again. Thank you very much. I think I'm almost caught up here. Cameron Hulbert with 5 English pounds. It's 1 a.m. My birthday is tomorrow, and Nico Chan is back. Life is good, except Brexit. Brexit is bad. Okay. Gabriel Taylor with $4.99. Don't have a lot of time to stay, but do you have any advice for coming out as an adult? I'm coming out as an adult, not coming out. I'm an adult now. Yeah. I'm female to male. Been watching your shows for years. Love you both. Obviously, this is directed at you.
Oh, that's a good question. I wish I had more insight for you. I was lucky to know that the people around me, like Jake and Sarah and the other people for our D&D group and stuff, I know they're very progressive, accepting people, and it wouldn't matter to them one way or another. If anything, they'd be happy I'm doing something that makes me happy. So I'm not going to say it was easy. It wasn't, but that helped a lot. I guess if I had to say advice, just be honest as you can, and be okay with being vulnerable, because resisting being vulnerable in that moment is going to be a fruitless endeavor, because no matter what, it is a moment of vulnerability. It's being open and honest with someone. Steer into that, not away from it. You know what I mean? At least that's how I feel about it. But again, I'm sure there are many people with more experience than I, especially if it's about coming out to someone who, like, isn't going to be as supportive or whatever. Other people have better experiences with that, or more knowledge base about it that you could probably go to. I was fairly fortunate to have people around me who are accepting. So, I don't know.
I think more people are becoming more accepting. It just depends on where you live. But yeah, it's
sure.
I haven't had to go through any of that. I know for a fact though that my dad would have disowned me. So
Yeah.
not that that would matter to me today. William Headstrom with $2 dues. Here for you, Hugo, since you're a lady. Feet pics.
I'm good. I'm good
I'll
with
send.
the
I'll let you pay me for feet pics, William.
I'll sell you guys gamer girl bathwater.
Yes. Connor Johnson with $5. From your perspective, when it comes to entertainment, what do you feel crosses the line from imitation to ripoff? That's interesting.
That's a complicated question. I think it depends wholly upon the way that the homage is being applied. For instance, Star Wars is derivative of many different things: old samurai movies, westerns, Flash Gordon serials. But it takes all of these ingredients and mixes them together into a new thing. And it really depends upon how much you are able to take a concept or trope that already exists and subvert it into something else. Insert subvert your expectations memes here. But I think it wholly it's kind of like what people say about porn versus art. I don't know how to describe it, but I know when I see it. A ripoff is pretty clear when you see it, because it doesn't bring a lot of originality to those already pre-existing ideas, whereas something that is just derivative but a creative work that employs that derivativeness well, it becomes its own thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of examples of ripoffs, like the, anytime like a big blockbuster movie comes out, there's always those B or C movies, and it's like Transmorphers, like that's a ripoff, right? You're not trying to do something original. But yeah, I guess Star Wars is a good example, although it's kind of set the table. But like you've seen like okay, how about this? Instead of Indiana Jones movies, they did the Nathan Drake video games, which is, I mean, it's Indiana Jones as fuck, but it offers enough diversity, and not only can you interact with it, but the character's different. It's got different stuff going on. The myths are different. It just takes that Indiana Jones, and it takes what you like about Indiana Jones and puts it in a video game. So it's derivative and not a ripoff, in my opinion.
I would say, even going off the Indiana Jones thing, there was a movie that came out shortly after that called Romancing the Stone, which and there was a sequel to that as well, which is very clearly sort of an Indiana Jones ripoff, but I'd argue it takes it from a different angle. It's more of a romantic comedy. So instead of focusing on just the adventure bits, it's more like, oh, let's focus on sort of the relationship and what that's about. And I'd argue that's about as close to being a ripoff without being one that you can get. That's a good example.
Yeah, sure.
I think Danny DeVito was the villain in that too.
Zamana Tan with $2 dues. Hugo, you're already beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Christy Abbey with $10 dues. Lots of us changed our names a bunch. I didn't hit my final name until a year in. And for the record, I'm going for the surgery next summer. Hey, congratulations. First super chat I ever sent. Mazel tov. No nudes, sorry. No verbal nudes? All right. Okay. Sauce Boy, which is a great name, with $5 dues. Can you talk about your experience with dysphoria? How did it start, and did you always know the feelings were gender-based? Fan since 2015. I love TBR.
Yeah, I could talk about this a little bit. It started, as you might imagine, right around when I hit puberty, and things started to change. And
can I ask a question real quick about puberty? Do you think, because I had this discussion last night on Twitch, do you think that if you had access to puberty blockers, your life would have been drastically improved?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
Nailed
I mean, I think this is a tangent, but talking about like younger people going on hormones or puberty blockers, whatever. I understand that that's a contentious topic, but I do want to point out that for people who are trans and like, from my perspective, it would have been helpful for me. I'm not going to say what a litmus test should or should not be as far as like who should have access to them and why, but I'm just saying there are definitely circumstances that exist where it would make the life of the child and soon to be adult much easier and much better off, because if you can catch that before puberty hits, you have a much easier way of passing. Not that passing is everything, but I think for most people who are trans, it's a part of it. You want to be able to pass,
Yeah.
because it makes you feel more like yourself.
Particularly if you're binary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
as far as
but
the
in-
rest of the question, I think I probably just derailed you a bit. Just your experience with dysphoria. How did it start? Probably how did you realize it manifested? And like, for how long did you have the feelings? And did you know that specifically that they were based in your gender, or?
It's a good question. I knew at the time I was incredibly uncomfortable with what was happening to my body in terms of like body hair on the chest and stuff, and
Which I think
how
is
do
an
I?
aspect of puberty in general.
I'm
So
trying to put this in a more in the cleanest way possible. Not a fan of like secondary and primary sexual characteristics that were happening at the time.
yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Literally to the oh god, should I share this? This is embarrassing and
it could help people though. Like, it's up to you. It's like, okay, so just for reference, like when you described your experience with people, in your coming out video, dozens of messages of like, oh, so that's what's going on with me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like, I don't know. It does help people, so I don't know.
okay, this is a fairly private and thing that I would never share with anyone, but I might as well because I don't know if anyone else has ever had this experience when they were going through puberty. Oh boy.
Do you want
I'm
me to talk
being
about the first time
vulnerable. Please don't make
Do
fun
you
of
want me
this.
to talk about the first time I jacked off to
No.
relieve the pressure on you, or
It's
what?
fine. I would literally take my testicles and shove them up into my body.
Yeah.
And like, because I just did not like these overt primary sexual characteristics about myself, and I just did not want them to be there. And I don't know, that made me feel better. Oddly enough, despite the fact that this, to anyone, a third-party observer would be like, hey, something's going on with that, I just wouldn't let myself think about what it meant that I felt so uncomfortable with this kind of thing.
What age are we talking about here?
I mean, I don't know. Let me see how old someone would be in this grade.
Well, I mean, you just give the grade, I guess. Doesn't really matter, but
5th, 6th, 7th grade.
Okay, so you're
Like,
12, 13,
beginning-
14.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean,
yeah.
To be honest, like, I think just as an aspect of exploring your body and stuff, I think whether you have, depending on where it comes from, obviously yours came from a dysphoric origin, but like, I feel like we've all explored our bodies in weird ways to some extent. Like, I feel like I was like, can I push these in there? I don't know if I did, and I would be like, the thought of it worries me that they'd get lost around there, but I don't know. Like,
I know,
I
and
don't think that's how they work. So,
And I thought that at the time too, and I was
Yeah.
worried about it, but I also didn't like them when they were like prominent. And I'm talking about prominent balls at this point, which is fucking hilarious.
I could talk
know.
about my ball prominence if you want.
But the point is, I was overtly uncomfortable
Yeah.
with my body and didn't know how to express that in a positive.
Well, not even in a positive way, probably in any way, right?
Yeah, I was very confused and I was uncomfortable. And I assumed because they talk about when adults talk about puberty, and this is why I think talking about transness and non-binary people and whatever, I think those things should be discussed in sexual education because, as far as I was concerned, everyone says puberty's awkward, puberty's weird. You know what I mean?
It is, but you were experiencing more of it than the average person because no one was talking about it. And like last night, I was watching a video, and I think it was Undoomed, who was a bag of shit, who was saying, "Why are you talking to kids about?" And they were watching queer kid stuff. Are you familiar with the YouTube video channel Queer Kid Stuff? It's a pretty good channel. It's oriented towards children to talk about gender and sexuality and stuff in a healthy way that isn't like, overtly weird. But the reason you talk to kids about this kind of stuff is that they experience this. Like, kids have dysphoria. Like, I don't know a lot of trans people or non-binary people whether they have dysphoria or not, that didn't know from an early age that they didn't quite match up with what people were saying that they ought to match up with, right? So I don't know. It seems a lot healthier to discuss it than to not, in my opinion. Anything else you want to add to that topic?
No, I mean, it's kind of hard to. The way I would describe it metaphorically, as far as puberty went on and into early and just adulthood in general, I constantly feel like I'm wearing an ill-fitting suit, if that makes sense. But on like a on like a psychological level.
Yeah, sure.
Like it's wrong. You know what I mean?
Like a heavy coat is how you described it once.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't feel right. It's hard to describe if it's not something you've experienced. I don't know.
Good answer. Flever, the Dragon Romper with $2. Thoughts on NBs doing HRT and reactions on RITE. RITE. I don't know.
I think people should be able to take whatever steps with whatever medications, as long as it's not like as long as it's not like something like, I don't even know what an example of what I'm trying to think of. I think people should have the right to affect their body in a way that will make them most happiest. That's how I would put it. If someone is non-binary and they're like, I want to take hormones though, so I look a little more this way or that way or whatever, or so I more align with my internal identity, great. Do that.
Riley Dennis identifies as a trans non-binary woman.
Sure.
Right. So yeah.
And as far as people on the right freaking out, what don't the people on the right freak out about in a fucking moral panic about stupid shit? Who cares?
Yeah, fuck them. Shater with $20. This is a great birthday for me. Happy birthday, Shater.
Happy birthday.
Isaac Enix gave $2.40, and it was just a cat. It's just a cat picture. Mitchell Line with $2. How does Harold P. feel about this? Harold P. Penisman is every Republican's nightmare. So obviously he supports all people. I think I missed one. Casey Shepard, wanna fell Hugo. She gave me the push. Oh, wanna tell Hugo, probably. She gave me the push I needed to come out to my friends as non-binary and also pan. Love you both so much. Hey, congratulations, Casey.
Yeah, good for you. Doesn't it feel good to be like open and honest about these things and be able to talk about them without fearing like reprisal or like I mean, that's gonna be out there, but you know, it's nice to be at least honest about yourself.
Connor Johnson with $2 dues. Have you heard of Night of the Galactic Railroad? And I have not.
Nope, I have not either. Night, I'm gonna Google that.
Brian Corbiere with $2. Here's a couple bucks. Feel loved, Hugo, damn it. Ooh, Vizeroth with $2. This message is nude. Nice. Finally, we got it. Seth with $2. Which would cost more, the lawsuit or the surgery? I don't know.
Probably the lawsuit, honestly.
Yeah.
The lawsuit was expensive as fuck.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. Is there any place where, like, viewer activity I can click on? There we go. Still planning on doing a guest track with Vosh? Maybe, yeah. I don't know that we planned on it. I don't think we
ever mentioned anything about it.
I have mentioned that Vosh and I have had discussions. Fornalato with $2. Are butternips now considered against TOS?
That's a good question. Jake and I talked about this.
Yeah. How do you feel about the butternips thing at this point now?
Oh, I don't care.
Oh,
I don't consider that, like, I don't know how to. It's hard to explain. Like, even though I identify as female, that's definitely a male body. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? And it's not something I particularly like being associated with anyway, as far as like being that. So that was fine. It's whatever. I don't care.
Fair.
We get to 1 million subscribers. I'll do butter nips with real tits.
In Minecraft. I don't think we can.
In Minecraft.
I don't think we can. Anyway,
it would have to be somewhere other than YouTube, obviously.
Yeah, Brittany DeCourt with $2, just dropping in to say I'm proud of you, Hugo.
No, thank you.
Bu- 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 bu. Hikade Prime with $9.99. Thank you for coming out, Hugo. I've been watching YouTube for 5 years, and seeing you come out has made me feel so much better about coming out to friends. Also, no nudes here, but definitely feet pics. So that was verbal feet pics. We got them. We got them. So
Alex still owes people bird feet pics. That's a fact.
true. Ree Harris with $2 dues, sending a bunch of trans NB love to you, Hugo.
Oh, thank you.
White Wing Devil with $5 Australian. I can't imagine how much it must suck not to be comfy in your own body, and I support you finding comfort in that, or in finding that comfort. To both of you, great hair today. It is a pretty good hair day. It's pretty good. Natalia Miller with $2. You're making my pneumonia-riddled evening better. I'm sorry you have pneumonia. That
That's
sucks.
a bummer.
That does suck.
Ugh.
If I could, I would suck all those lung juices right out of you.
Okay, I think we finally caught up on super chats.
I
Holy
think
shit,
we finally
that was a lot
did.
of them.
Thank you so much for all the support. You can continue to do so. I'm not going to complain.
Let me see. I got some other Twitter questions.
Yeah.
Oh god, what's your take on the ContraPoint situation? What did Contra do now? I heard it was something about
Contra did a video with
disparaging-
that featured Buck Angel, who is trans med, if I'm not mistaken.
which means someone who
Thinks that you're not a valid trans person unless you intend to and are planning on getting transition surgery, which I think we both strongly disagree with.
Yeah. I like Contra's content a lot, but I wish she'd. I don't know. I'm not all about cancel culture or anything by any means. I just wish she'd like make sure you think about this stuff. And I think I've heard she's maybe said a couple things about non-binary people in the past too that are not the greatest.
So
but I
the
could be
conversation that she had about non-binary people was in spaces, in left-leaning spaces, because Contra is binary. Some people will use they them as a neutral pronoun in spaces before they ask someone their gender. And Contra said, as a binary trans woman, that it still pings my dysphoria, which I think is valid. I think the way she communicated it was probably not the best. But as she continued to move on, it seemed fine. But the Buck Angel thing, I get why people are mad. There's two aspects to it. I'm not a trans person, so I mean, like, it affects the trans community way more than me. But as a person that helped normalize transness, Buck Angel is obviously very beneficial for the community. As a person that is, the conversation has passed what Buck Angel was addressing, and the conversation is now about like gender as a concept itself, not whether or not the binary even exists, right? Like, you can be binary and that's valid, but like now we're talking about gender as a topic, and it's much like I don't think like doing anything with Buck Angel is probably good if you're especially as a obviously like one of the biggest trans advocates on the platform. I don't think it's a good look because of the trans med history. I wouldn't work with Buck Angel. That said, I love Contra's content. I think she is a big reason why things get normalized to straight people. She's very good at talking to cishet white dudes. Like, she's good at talking to chuds. Like, and there's value in that. If she pissed you off, totally valid, and I think that's fine.
I don't know what to think about it because I'm biased, because a lot of like me getting the courage to like come out and start doing something about this stemmed from
people like
some
Contra.
of her videos and her content, and like how she puts herself out there with so much confidence and like, this is who I am, this is what's going on, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I would never be able to have an unbiased view of her. She just, her content did a lot for me personally. So I don't know. But
Che the Feminist with $2. Hugo, did you see that episode of Big Mouth? I don't know. Do you watch Big Mouth? I don't watch Big Mouth either.
I watched like the first season or two. I don't.
It's fine.
I didn't watch if there was a most recent season.
It's pretty on the nose, but I'm glad it exists for the same reason. Like just like Normalization is a good thing.
Speaking of which, the Rocco's Modern Life Netflix movie was really good, and that had to do with
Yeah.
trans individuals as well. It was revealed that one of the characters was trans from the original show, Rocco's Modern Life, and it was handled very well, especially for like a Nickelodeon children's show, even if it is sort of a offshoot 20 years after the fact. It's interesting.
Yeah. Casey Shepard with $1.99. Imagine thinking you were caught up $2 out of spite. Yeah, no, we're no longer caught up. Shane Frazier with $5 dues. I have a friend who came out as trans. What's the best way to train yourself to use the correct pronouns after years of using a different one? I don't know. I just try to make a conscious effort. I assume that's for me. I guess when you and I talk to each other, it's not like we gender each other very often. So it's like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? So the hard part for me was recently because your character in Charisma Saves uses he, him pronouns. And I was trying to make sure not to misgender the professor. It was interesting. So Jacob Dunkel with $5. I got into TJ's podcast, and IDK if you guys have noticed or care, but I feel like he's gone from anti-SJW to more liberal again. He regrets that phase. Yeah, he also had some pretty shitty takes about Hugo recently. So,
oh God, what did he say?
He did the kayfabe bullshit.
I don't know what that means.
It's a wrestling term that means like the bad guy. Is it performative? Basically, it was really irritating to me. As someone who has like a kind of a personal relationship with us, it was frustrating for me. So I didn't even address it because I'd get too emotional about it. But
what does he mean? What do you mean performative?
He said, I mean, they just talked about it very briefly on the podcast, and then was like, what if it's like a ploy, basically?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. It really pissed me off. I think it was framed as like, haha, I'm joking. Obviously, that's not the case, but it was still shitty, in my opinion.
That wouldn't even be a good ploy.
I know, right? Like,
yay, everyone come look at my fucking issues.
Yeah.
I don't know what I gained from that, but great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, didn't he call you S. Jake W for a while?
Yeah. Yeah, which is
Right.
fine. I don't care. If you think I'm an SJW, then I mean, whatever. I guess you don't really understand what that is, right? Because like I'm not screeching. I just think it was fucked. Like, okay, so it's kind of like because we're moderately good. Like we're friendly with TJ. We've had a professional sort of relationship with TJ. We have invited each other to each other's like homes before. We have planned on doing this. And I just felt shitty from like a personal perspective to kind of like use that so that you could get a few extra donations on your super chat. Like, you know what I mean? It just felt shitty to me. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't something that I would do. I guess I would just toss my support out there and then be done with it. But whatever. Yeah. It's fine. Matthew Hill, I assume in regards to the ContraPoints stuff, gatekeeping sucks. Just generally speaking, ContraPoints is still better than Blair. ContraPoints isn't even the same. We don't discuss Blair and ContraPoints in the same category, okay? Blair White is actively like working with, like, she's a reactionary that uses transphobic talking points to make money, okay? She's a bag of shit. If you don't understand why she's a bag of shit, first of all, you should watch people that are critical of Blair White, and second of all, that person should be me. I got some videos coming out about that. Bailey W with $2 reduced. Proud of you, Hugo. Sending love from Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids is nice. Bailey, we were at Grand Rapids Pride. Were you not there? We announced it and everything. Rocket with $5. Any thoughts on Contra's take on Dave Chappelle's special and her appearance on TYT? I don't know anything about any.
I haven't heard about it. So.
I didn't watch Dave Chappelle's special. I heard it was boomery. like boomer humor.
Yeah,
I'm not
I heard it's
surprised.
another one of those things where comedians complaining about like you can't joke about anything. Like, no,
Yeah,
fuck off.
you
Yes, you
can.
can.
Yeah.
Maybe your jokes are just old and bad. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the special though. I've never been a huge. I liked the Chappelle show, but for some reason I never really got into his actual stand-up.
Yeah, it just depends on who
So I
you're
don't know.
punching at, man. It's always been the case. Like George Carlin talked about this, like in the '90s, right? Like as long as just look at the target and then decide if the jokes are good. Like if the target is someone that like just saying like they're gay is like a dumb joke. You know what I mean? Like it's just a dumb joke. It's lazy. And as someone who cares about the craft of that kind of thing, I think it's important to understand it. Anyway, Molly says with $10, problem with one Big Mouth app was they tried to imply bisexuality doesn't include trans folks, whereas pansexuality does. As a bi gal, biness most definitely includes trans. They ended up apologizing. Sarah, who's bi, my girlfriend, if you're new, she had a big problem with that as well because bi doesn't exclude trans people at all. The idea here is that bisexuality, there is preference in regards to gender presentation. Typically, it lies in masculine and feminine, and then people that identify as trans typically, and this is different for everybody. Pan is probably the more accurate term. Bi is like an older term that is works within a binary. Pan typically it's like it doesn't really matter what your gender expression is. I find attraction to a myriad of people, which I think most people do. Like even though I'm straight, like I find attractiveness and androgyny on women. So, but like they're women, right? So I think that's my thing. Like if you identify as a woman and you have the feminine features that I appreciate in a romantic counterpart, even with some androgyny to it, that's attractive to me. So, like I don't get to not be straight, I guess, right? I just get to be born straight. How do you identify as bi? Do you find pan as maybe more applicable, or do you think?
I don't know. I've heard many different definitions of what the difference
Me
between
too.
bi and pan actually is.
Yeah. This is just
I
my
can't.
understanding of it based on my interactions with Sarah, who is bi. So
I don't know exactly. This is why I would just say I tend to find things on either end of the spectrum attractive, either masculine or feminine.
right.
I don't tend to find androgyny appealing to myself
There you go.
in that way. That's how I would say it. I don't know which that falls into, technically speaking,
Yeah.
but that's basically where I'm at, which is why I say I'm bisexual because it's kind of dependent upon
Our conventional
femininity.
binaries of masculinity
Yeah,
and femininity. Yeah.
yeah.
That's kind of where I am
Regardless
too.
of trans or cis or whatever.
Yeah, so I don't find masculinity to be attractive. So when I say androgyny, I really mean like think of it like a 1 to 7 scale, 7 being masculine, 1 being feminine. I find like 1 to 3 being attractive, right? I don't find like actual like right in the middle to be attractive to me because there's not enough femininity there for me to I guess be attracted. I don't know. You know how attraction works. It's just ephemeral. It doesn't really make sense. Serena Jacobs with $5. Thank you very much. Careless Whiskers with 10 Canadian dollars. I've fallen for Hugo's cunning ploy, and it's cost me $10. Also, if you need more creepy Christians kid shows to laugh at, check out the Circle Square from Canada. Never heard of that.
I haven't either. Circle Square. Let me look. Circle Square, Canada.
B giving $7.90 in our cash. It doesn't look the same as the rubles did. I don't know what it is. Fan since 2014. Just wanted to say trans rights. Hey, thanks, B. Appreciate it. Isn't NB gender, not sexuality? Yeah. What? Yeah. Non-binary is a gender, not a sexuality.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Are you guys having a different conversation? Maybe I just missed it. Hod04 with, I think, Danish crones. 50 of them. Congratulations of your decision, Hugo. Is your plan now to break up Jake and his girlfriend so we can finally get the union we all want to see? No.
Oh, God. No, thank you. I'm good.
No, that's not how things work.
No.
You think the R cash is South African rand? Interesting. The terminology is all fucked up. I disagree. I think it's pretty simple. I don't think it's very confusing. But maybe I'm just like a 500 IQ big brain boy or something. Like maybe I have transcended normal human thought. And Robertson 644, you are back in the Normieville with your tiny normal brain with very few wrinkles in it. Cat girl ex corn dad. Cameron Hulbert with 2 English pounds. Thoughts on Chinese censorship and Blizzard? Did you catch this?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's
bad.
It is
Blizzard's
bad.
doing really fucked up shit. So's the NBA. I support
parts of
the
NBA,
Hong Kong
yeah.
I support the Hong Kong protesters because the government of China is super fucked up.
China. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be living in mainland China either, which Hong Kong would effectively become if the Chinese government gives its way.
Yeah.
Which I think will happen. I hope it doesn't, but I think it will.
Yeah. Jake is woke. Jake is woke. Too woke. I so woke I'm caffeinated. If you lick me, you'll stay up an hour longer than normal. Tectonic with $4.99. I've watched you guys since around middle school, and I'm 19 now. Sorry, I gagged a little bit at how old you are. So honored to watch y'all grow, and sending all my love to Hugo. Trans Queen. Are you going to wear a queen garb soon? Is that just what we're gonna steer into? You're the queen.
I'm not gonna go out with my own money and buy a queen costume. It's October, so I could, but I won't.
Serena Jacobs with $5. Welcome back, Hugo. Just wanted to know that you've inspired me to come out to my parents. Wish me luck. Well, good
luck. I hope it goes well.
I hope it goes well too. I'm a bi man, so I'm attracted to most women and Hassan Piker. Hassan, friend of the show. Now that we're back, I'll try to schedule something with Hassan to do the
El Scamander, like Newt Scamander. Anyway, do you think society will ever relax about gender and stop acting like transness is bad or confusing? Yeah. Maybe someday pronouns and such won't be such a sensitive issue. I don't know. I'd think so. Yeah. I'd hope so, because I really feel like if we because sex and gender are separate things, sex being the actual like primary secondary sexual characteristics you have, gender being the social construct of all the things that go along with that, dresses versus pants, makeup versus not wearing makeup,
trousers.
It'd be nice if we just said to people like, do whatever makes you happy. Your personality can be whatever, your identity can be whatever. Here's some hormones if you want them or not. Whatever. I think people are very uptight, and it's weird to me.
Yeah,
they're very uptight about this stuff.
It's okay. So I think it's because it's one of the last, like, they lost on the gay thing. They lost, hard fought. Like, but once that sort of, I feel like gay marriage was sort of like a membrane that once we popped that and Obergefell v. Hodges went through, they started freaking out a little bit. And a bunch of people were like, okay, we'll move on to the next problem. And the next problem was transness. And we've gotten pretty okay with that because they like to tokenize people like Blair, right? And they like to tokenize, they like to nab onto it for political points. So they quickly accepted that. Although obviously there's transphobes, and now it's on to non-binary people, right? And so now we're questioning the entire structure of gender itself, and they don't know what to do because they're like, I'm a man, I don't want to cut my pee off, you know what I mean? And they think that they literally think that all transness is just cutting dicks off, you know what I mean? It's just so stupid.
The entire point is that everyone can just be like outwardly express the identity that they identify with. Absolutely. It's very strange.
Okay, so I dye my hair sometimes, and I don't know, I like cute things, and stuff. Like, there's a version of somebody out there who thinks that I'm like a really shitty example of a man, right? Like, and that in itself is them questioning even the construct of gender, and they don't really understand that that's what they're doing when they are like, well, you're not even a real man or whatever. Like, what determines that you're a man? And I've had conversations with transphobes, well, that came in the conversation as transphobes, that went out of it being like, well, I guess maybe I'm not a transphobe because I can't really pin down what it is to be a man or a woman or whatever. And it makes sense to them once they just have a genuine conversation with somebody that happens to understand it, which is why I think it's important for people that actually are trans to come out and talk about their experience. I think it's important for you guys to have conversations, if it's in a healthy space for you, of course, with people that don't quite understand it. And I think it's important for people that support, people like me that are not experiencing this. I'm again a cishet white dude. It's important for people that aren't experiencing these things, that support these people, to do it openly. Open support normalizes the idea that, like, again, like back in the day when I would support like gay rights, like in high school, people were like, "What, are you gay?" It's like, I don't understand how any of that matters. So like I get called trans all the time on Twitter when I argue with people because I have he him in my bio. Because I like to normalize the practice of putting pronouns so that people, just it seems normal, and I take the heat off of people. And so like a lot of people have been doing that kind of thing, and they just don't know what to think anymore. So I think it's important to normalize this through a bunch of different actions. I think it's I can only do a small part. I think it's mostly important for people around trans people that support them, to give them a healthy enough space to live in, that trans people can talk on their own behalf. I think that's the most important part.
Yeah.
Anyway, Leslie Clausen with $2, still waiting for Space Jam review.
Aren't we all? It's kind of like the waiting for like the rapture. It'll happen someday.
It's coming.
It's coming any day now.
Any day.
Every day it's coming any day.
Someone should look at numerology and see when the Space Jam review is coming out. In Endless Cold, use all the combined time that we have spent doing the show and find some sort of numerology, okay? In Endless Cold with $10, I related to your coming out video. I've always ID'd as a cis man, but I thought I would be more confident if I were born a woman. Now I'm wondering if I'm not cis and it's scary. What do I do?
That's a good question. I am not a therapist, for which this is not therapeutic advice. I am not qualified. All I can talk about is my own personal experiences. Take that line of thought to its logical conclusions and see how you feel about it. Think about your life if you were to make this decision and say, okay, well, what if I were to live my life this way? Would I be happier? Would I be more productive? Would I feel more comfortable with my body and myself? And you can even go out and like get some makeup and try it if you want. And do some more female gendered things or whatever. Again, it's such a weird concept to even talk about, because like these things are not dependent upon like your genitals or whatever, but like they're gendered for societal reasons. But like try that stuff and see if
there's also
it makes you feel comfortable, if it feels right, if it feels more so than like the alternative. And if it doesn't and you are cis, great. At least you took the time to explore that and be more confident in your identity and who you are. One way or another.
There's also like, you don't have to be man, woman, or non-binary, right? There's also versions of like demi boy. Like there's all sorts of things, and you don't even have to pick a title. You can just express however you like and be like, well, I'm who I am. I don't necessarily have whatever title you want to give me. It's fine. Just like, honestly, I would say the success stories I hear from our fan base, just as an aggregate, seems to be, don't worry so much about the thing you call yourself, although it would help if figure out what you're comfortable being called, your pronouns, and how you express yourself, and everything else will fall into place. It's most important that you're the happy person you are. So if you do end up in a binary situation where you're like, well, I feel very comfortable identifying as a woman, that's absolutely fine. But don't feel like you're constrained to that. I think that's important. Also, in regards to sexuality, some people think they have to be like straight, gay, bi, pan, etc. You can also be asexual, so that's also valid. Just to cover all the bases there. Jacob Dunkel says, "I guess Faygo cotton candy is against YouTube TOS." I don't know why you said that, but it's against my terms of service for sure. Have you ever had the cotton candy Faygo?
I think you've
Oh,
had me try it, and it's bad.
man.
I don't
Oh,
like Faygo at all.
me either.
So
No.
sorry, Juggalos. It's cool if you like it. I just don't. It's not my thing.
Tamama with $12. Hey, Jake, watched a recent Twitch stream where you said something implying asexual people don't have sex at all, and just wondering if that was phrasing or you actually think. Oh no, I don't think that. What I probably said was, and if you don't want to fuck, you also don't have to. Ace people are valid, implying that like ace people, the amount of shit that ace people get typically is what you don't like sex. I guess what I'm saying is like any amount of sex that you want to have is the valid amount, right? Because it's always, I mean, obviously, right? So, I was just going for the extreme of like, there's people that just like don't want to fuck. There's some people, I have a couple fans that are ace, more than a couple. One person mentioned last night, and I forget their name, I'm sorry, that like, I'm ace, but it makes me feel good to sexually gratify my husband from time to time. So I do that, and it doesn't feel bad to do. So it's like a healthy ace situation. So stuff like that. Like it's sex for the other person, not necessarily for your own gratification, which is also fun. So yeah, it's just whatever you want to do. So if anyone thinks ace people aren't valid, you're banned. And I'll punch you in the face in Minecraft. Rick Meyerhoff with $10. Any plan to start a crowdfunding campaign? I'm in. We had talked about it briefly. I don't think we have figures here. You picked up a prescription? Was it the Skittles?
Yeah.
Hey, we got Skittles.
I don't know how I feel about crowdfunding for something like this. I don't even know what figure to throw out there, even,
right,
or if it matters. I don't know.
I think it's best to probably get like figure out what you want to do, and then talk to a professional about what the general cost might be, and then decide after.
I also feel super uncomfortable about it because, like, yes, I have this platform.
Feels exploitative.
For which it feels exploitative. I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, hear me out. A lot of people bug me about this. Not that you have to do it.
I'm just saying, I feel, and I know this isn't even like a logical way of thinking this. Yeah, the fact that other people can't do that makes me feel bad if I were to do that.
Okay, so hear me out. I'm sure there's a charity that helps people transition. What if we don't even have to crowdfund you at all? I'm just saying, what if we use the platform to go towards that as well?
Maybe. I'd have to think about it.
Okay. So it's on the table. Cheryl Corner. I like your name. Corn Memes. $20 reduce. Happy to have you back, Hugo.
Thank you.
Signal with ZAR, the Republic of Zimbabwe or something. I don't know. New Zealand with 70 of those. Here's some South African rand. Okay, so ZAR is South African rand. R is not. More useless currency for trans rights. Well, thank you very much. I think that's roughly 10 American dollar dues. Did you hear about James Younger? I don't know who's James Younger. Is that one of our fans? Wait. Gay rights. Wait, James Younger is hold on. I'm getting the Washington Examiner. James Younger is 7 years old. And a Texas court said that she? Oh, Jesus. I don't even know because the Texas... Okay, so it looks like James Younger wants to go as Luna and wants to be she, her, and a court said she can't be?
Why?
I don't know. That sounds shitty. Maybe we'll look into that in the future and we'll talk about that. Maybe that deserves a little bit of a bump. Thank you for putting that on our radar. Tobias the World Weary with $5. No maps are fine. Thought crimes aren't real. A non-offensive minor attracted person, which is a pedophile that doesn't act. I don't have a problem with thought crime. That's such a nuanced conversation. That's so nuanced. Yeah, that'd be an entire conversation unto itself about how to treat pedophilia and ethically deal with
God.
that. Yeah, that's a whole
Yeah.
thing. That's a whole thing. I think it's probably not for a YouTube stream in regards to how we can't focus on it. But
No.
Vizarov with $5. The urge to sing "The Lion Sleeps Tonight" is always just a whim away. A whim away, a whim away, a whim away. I hate you. Lunos Nocturne with $10 from an NB who gets misgendered as an egg. I am proud to have been surprised by you hatching, I think. Now I'm confused myself. Never mind. The important part is we're happy for you.
Thank you.
Do you like the egg thing?
I do. There's also a meme subreddit on Reddit called Egg in Real Life, which is just like egg memes about people like saying very trans things, but not necessarily being self-aware.
So
or memes about like the pre-egg.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, egg is a term used in sort of the trans community for like someone who is probably trans, but they're not necessarily self-aware about it yet. Right. So they might say things like, man, I sure wish I could be a girl and wear pretty dresses. That's an extreme example, more or less. But like they don't understand what that like
is it really an extreme example? Because in your example, you're like, I wanted to be a woman but didn't want to be trans.
I know.
Anyway, so in cracking the egg is sort of explaining to people that, you know, maybe this aspect of you, maybe this is a sign that you should consider transition. Stuff like that. So Rebecca Popovich with Canadian $5. I told my husband I'd rather be his husband than his wife, and he is very against me transitioning. We haven't talked about it again, and it hurts a lot. Well, I mean, you know, it's sad, but maybe that has run its course. If you're like, consider what makes you happier, and I think being the person that you are is probably the best course of action, and hopefully he'll come around, but maybe that wouldn't be the case. Like, I mean, maybe he's just straight, and if he doesn't see himself being able to have romantic feelings towards someone that's masculine, I mean, like I couldn't. I like if Sarah transitioned, I would support her and be her friend, but romantically speaking, it wouldn't work for me because I'm straight, and I can't change that, and I would love to be able to, but I mean, like, I don't like the idea of him being against your transition, but I think it's valid for him to be like, I'm straight, you know what I mean? Like, it sucks. That's a shitty situation, but my suggestion would be you have to live in your body your whole life. And that'd make you a lot happier than being a person you didn't want to be, so you could be around a person that doesn't want you to be the person that you are. Does that make sense? Yeah. This is a problem for the trans community in general when they have significant others, I think.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah. Gimpy G Gaming, but we support you. Gimpy G Gaming with $4.99. I have MD like Hawking and feel despair if I see myself like this can't be me. Is this similar to your experience? Hug to you. Oh, I see. So, is that macular degeneration? Kind of this out of body, like third party viewing of yourself. Like, is this actually the person? I can't imagine. It's,
I haven't felt that experience, so I
Right.
mean, it's hard to say. But based on the way it's being described, to an extent, yeah, it feels like the. Despite me not being a philosophical dualist, I don't believe in the concept of a soul or whatever. But I think that your personality and your sense of self and being is a thing. Whatever
Yeah.
that thing is in the brain, I don't know, but it exists as an identity. And sometimes that identity is incongruous with what is going on externally.
That's a
And if that is what you are
$15 word.
describing, then yes, very much so.
Nice word. I like that a lot. Do you have any more big words for us?
Riboflavin.
Riboflavin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Hodo with 50 Danish krones. Meta concept suggestion. Ask Chick Publication to write a tract about Hugo's transformation, then review it. Oh, wow. Yeah. That seems a little self-harmy.
I should write them a letter and say, your tracts made me super gay, and now I'm a woman.
Honestly, will you do that? That'd be great. The Wild Hawk with $5. Thanks for being someone.
I've read hundreds of chick tracts, and now I want my penis inverted.
Wild Hawk, $5. Thanks for being someone I've always been able to recommend to people when they ask for YouTube recommendations. P.S. Trans writes, good. I'm glad that's a thing. I'm good that you can be able to do that. There's some people that say that from time to time, that like they can count on us to not be shitty to people, which is pretty good, I guess, right? Pretty good, pretty decent. Unless you're a piece of shit, I'll be very shitty to pieces of shit. I'm fine with that. Seth with $5. Some people can't afford chemotherapy. Should you choose to die of cancer? Let people donate if they want. It's your choice, but it's our money, damn it. Oh, so it's trying to force money on people.
I think that's a pretty extreme example, but I understand what you're saying.
Fredrickson with $5.98. Jake, you should read Chuck Tingle's book, The Dice or Corn on Twitch. With dice or corn on Twitch sometimes seems on brand. I don't know what that is. What is it?
Dice or corn?
On Twitch sometime. Seems on brand. What's Chuck Tingle's book? Sounds like a dick. Like a dick, like a name for a dick, Chuck Tingle.
Oh, oh yeah. Chuck Tingle does very, very strange bodice rippers, often gay bodice rippers. Let me read you some of these.
Okay.
Pounded in the Butt by Area 51 while attempting to storm it by Chuck Tingle.
Oh yeah, no, I 100% want to read that. Send me a version.
The picture is literally a airplane hangar with a face and a shirtless guy. Just Google Chuck Tingle. The covers will come up. Let's see. I'm gay for my living billionaire jet plane, and it's a picture of a
jet plane
topless
that's a living
guy and a plane with a face and abs.
That's nice. Christy Abbey, I'm having a serious trouble getting super chats through. I don't know how to help. I don't know anything about how YouTube super chat system works. I'm sorry. Maybe someone else does. Maybe one of the mods understands. Why is Pseudo Sapien not a mod? What the fuck?
Not pounded at the last second because consent can be given and revoked at any moment, and this is a wonderful thing that's important to understand.
That's great.
That's fantastic.
Most of the books are the jokes at the title. Okay.
Yeah. These are, I know I've heard someone on a stream somewhere read some of these, and it's very funny though. Yeah. There's a Bitcoin in my butt, and he's handsome.
Fuck's sake. Super Sablé with $2. There's charities helping people transition I need. I don't know. I'm assuming there are. I have no idea. I can't name one. David Eads with $20. The fact that you do have this platform and the education and support you provide with said platform, I think would offset some monetary support you may receive from us. They're saying they get value out of the donation.
I suppose.
Also, they want to see your titties. Like, let's be real. Some of these people are just thirsty.
I want to see my titties too. It would just make me happy and like, oh, there they are. Those exist. Hooray.
Tobias the World Weary with $2. Egg IRL convinced me I had dysphoria, but I don't? Well, okay. I'm glad that you
All
figured
right,
it
then.
out.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
sure.
Pounded in the butt by the fact that it took less time for this book to be written and published than the entire length of Tony Scaramucci's term as White House Communications Director.
Holy shit.
That's a good one.
These are good.
That's pretty good. I will create 835,000 fake accounts if need be.
News commenter Sam Hannity pounded in the butt by the fact that he didn't disclose he had the same lawyer as the president.
Jesus.
The concept, that's amazing. This is too good. Now I just want to read all these.
Lunos Nocturne with $5. I hereby dedicate this $5 to your skitty tittle. I think that's how this works. Well, there you go. This is your job. You're supposed to be able to pay for medical costs through this?
I suppose, but it's like in a normal job, you have like a steady paycheck, or at the very least, like a commission or something that you're like, I don't know. It feels weird to me to just be like, hey, help me out, guys. I don't know.
Love from Georgia. Been with you guys since 2014. Love and support, Hugo. Thank you, Robert Armstrong, for the $5. I also love you, Robert. Have you heard the song Ram Ranch? No, but that sounds pretty great. That sounds ideal.
What do I think about Blair White? Jake talked about Blair White a little bit earlier. I have intentionally never watched a single Blair White video because of the things I've heard about her, and it would, like, piss me off, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Because I hate nothing more than for someone who is part of a group that is
marginalized.
How do I put this? Marginalized or looked down on in society, and then a member of that group allowing themselves to become tokenized in order to gain something personally from it, while essentially betraying the other people in the group.
Yep.
By doing so. And that shit annoys the hell out of me.
Those are the bad guys in the movies, people. Like, and there's a reason they're the bad guys.
But I don't know. At some point, I'll probably take a look at them and maybe do a response to some of them.
Oof. I would love to attack Blair White with this platform.
Like, don't get me wrong.
I do it from Twitch all the time.
She certainly passes, much more so than I probably ever will. But her opinions make her very ugly on the inside, so fuck her.
She's transmed and true scum, so yeah. Bully Frog Switch, I'm not donating. I'm poor, so you may miss this. No, I won't. But I'm super happy for you, Hugo. I'm a trans woman myself, and I can relate to the huge feeling of relief coming out. Good luck on your journey.
Thank you.
Jacob Dunkel with $5 more dues. How do you feel about the new wave of YouTube atheists like Telltale, Genetically Minded Skeptics, Surus, etc.? Everyone's great. Do your own thing. Love it. I'm assuming you don't watch any of them.
No, I haven't seen them.
Yeah. If an egg is newly hatched, are they a chick? Says Lunos Nocturne. I guess. I don't know. Hod with 50 more Danish krones. Going to bed. Final suggestion. Hugo and Jake community must create a tract called Harold Enisman and Hugo. Wait, probably Harold Penisman, but you were worried about TOS. You rule, Harold Penisman and Hugo, a love story. You rule, Hugo. I feel like Harold Penisman eats the box.
I feel like it'd be difficult in that hat.
It helps. It's aerodynamic. Lopanesh with $2. Has the Hugo thirst changed since coming out? Do you think people have been more or less thirsty? Or the same? Has it changed at all?
It might be the same amount, but I've had the signal to noise ratio as far as the thirst is concerned has changed because of how, like, I cannot overstate how much support I've gotten from all of you people and more who I assume aren't here I mean, if you like DM'd me on Twitter and sent like a message request, I apologize, but I got hundreds and hundreds in a day.
Yeah.
So, like, if you sent me well wishes, trust me, I read all the tweets, and at some point I'll get to reading all the DMs. But like, it's been constant for weeks, and it makes me feel really good that enough people out there care, and it's wonderful. But like, it's just hard to personally respond to everything. So I don't know, but I think the thirst has remained the same, more or less. I don't know though.
Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of messages. I assume you got fucking just inundated.
Yep.
Paige Hanson with $5. Hugo, have you chosen a new name? Love from North Dakota. We discussed this earlier, but I assume you showed up a little later.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure. I just don't want to say it quite yet, in case I don't know why I think I'm even going to change my mind because I like the name a lot, but I don't know.
Are you going to get it legally changed before you use it, or what do you think? I don't know
No,
what the steps are.
I'm gonna tell you guys first because it'll take a little bit for me to get through
Sure.
doing that and stuff. But I'll tell you guys, and then I assume colloquially, normally, Jake and them and you guys will call me by it, and then I will get the legal stuff taken care of when I can. But like, that's gonna be such a pain in the ass because you got to get the name changed legally, and then you got to call.
Were you to change your last name too? So
Yes,
I know you were considering that.
yes, and like, how do I put this? Imagine every company you use in any way, every bank,
Yeah.
all official forms. I have to call and email every single one and get them paperwork and stuff showing like, hey, I legally changed my name, so everything changes.
Yeah.
And I'm a big procrastinator. I'm a big wait until the last minute, and that is such a monumental undertaking. I'm not looking forward to it. But it'd be nice if there were like some sort of central way federally that once it's changed, it just like sends like a form letter out to every like company or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be nice, but I guarantee I'm gonna have to deal with a lot of customer service shit, and it's gonna be annoying.
The issue with being part of the initial wave of like the societal change, where you don't kind of have any of the services that are probably going to exist later. Nope, the Knight with $5 Canadian. I love you. Please marry me. I'm assuming that's for you.
I'm good. I have a lot of shit to work through.
Maybe marriage isn't one of them right now.
Nah.
Seth with $2 will always want a tall drink of Hugo and Jake. Don't drink me. The Drunken Hillbilly with $2 trying to figure out this super chat nonsense. You did it. You succeeded. I appreciate you. Tobias, the World Weary with $5. We need to settle this. What kind of cute feminine Pokemon girl are you, Hugo? Not Delcatty, please. I don't know what this means. So this is probably for you young folks.
I only know like first gen Pokemon because that's the one I played growing up, and I did play the most recent one, not Sword and Shield because I don't think those are out yet. But I played Sun and Moon.
Ooh, Sword and Shield's really cool.
But
what about the pumpkin one? Pumpkaboo, Punkaboo.
I don't know.
That one's cute.
Yeah.
Are progressives? Oh yeah. Oh no. No, we're not Democrats or Republican. We tend to vote for Democrats in like national election, like the president, because they caucus. You're right, but like Bernie Sanders, for instance, is an independent that just caucuses with the Democrats. So, Pumpkaboo. That's how you say it. There we go. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I totally forgot. Someone mentioned the purple. I keyed out the black, and apparently I am just so dark. I'm shiny now. I'm like one of those holographic Pokemon cards. I'm special edition. It's nice.
You're a shiny Pokemon.
Yes. Okay. What do you think of Andrew Young? I assume you mean Andrew Yang. I like that he's bringing to the conversation UBI. I don't like how it's implemented. It's basically libertarian light, which I'm not a fan of. Jake is now black like Hunter Avallone and Justin Trudeau. Jesus Christ. Did you see the Justin Trudeau blackface thing?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Not a good thing by any means,
No.
but it was definitely something people on the right were trying to be like, look, he's a blah, 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 and try and get him to lose. But his government formed a minority government, and they won the elections, more or less. So.
Yeah.
Spooky Ghosty on Twitter. Dear fellow Michiganders, vegan question here. If both high-quality plant-based meat and high-quality lab-grown meat become widely available and relatively priced, which one would you prefer and why? I want lab-grown meat because I really like meat. But I guess I still haven't had the Impossible Burger. I've heard really good things about it.
Really good.
I've heard they're going to start selling Impossible Burgers at stores so you can buy them, and I'm going to try that. But as of right now, all things being equal, if lab-grown meat were a thing and like it was considered safe and it at least my approximation is like as long as it tastes like 70 to 80% like real meat, I'd prefer it for like ethical reasons.
Okay, so the Impossible Burger tastes like 99% meat. In fact, I sometimes prefer over burgers depending on the quality of the real burger, right? Because you know how when you eat a low quality burger, sometimes there's the fat and it's not like consistent. And they sometimes fall apart. They don't, and they're really good. And they have a nice grilled taste. Burger King sells the Impossible Whopper. The restaurant they would like to go to, Harvey's in Saginaw. They have an Impossible Burger. They also have Impossible meatballs and pasta and spaghetti and stuff now, all of which are good. I like the Impossible stuff. I like vegetables a lot. Hugo does not. So I'd probably go back and forth. The thing I like meat for, specifically like in regards to cooking, is why I would get cloned meat, right? Or just lab-grown meat, or however you consider it. The fat runoff for cooking and stuff like like chicken, making broths and things like that. I like that. I'm not a vegan. I get it. I could be mostly vegetarian or plant-based, and still I have a different relationship with meat than a lot of people because I grew up hunting and stuff. So it's like, and my grandfather was a farmer, and my mom's parents were farmer, and so like it's just I don't really see it specific aspects of farming to be cruel. Obviously factory farming is shitty. Like I don't buy factory farm stuff from the store, for instance. If I buy anything, it's like free range or I basically just look it up and see like what's the best, if I even get it. I don't eat a ton of like processed meats and stuff like that though, so it's not really a thing I worry about. Sarah, on the other hand, has an eating disorder and relies on things like chicken, so it's not a thing that our household could even get away from. So yeah. Sweet Elf with $2. I love both of you. Y'all are so great. We're great. Do you feel great? Okay.
I feel pretty good.
Good. Chris Delaglange, that's not a real name. $5. Hair haver here. Just want to say Hugo's growing hair is enjoyable. Stay snarky, my boys. Thanks.
Yeah. I need to learn how to do my hair correctly because it always looks bad.
Well,
even when I like straighten it, it's just crazy. I don't know what I need to do with it.
I feel like estrogen helps your hair over time. Isn't that the case? Am I nuts? I know it helps your skin.
It might. I don't know. It definitely helps skin. I don't know. But like my hair is just crazy all the time. And I don't know. I need to figure something out. So I am aware. And let me put this out there since so many people are here right now anyway. Like over the next couple years, probably, there's going to be a lot of awkwardness as far as like the way I dress and carry myself.
Oh, yeah.
The
last 8 years have not been awkward at all.
You know what I mean, though? Like, yeah. I get it. Just so everyone knows, I am aware. And like, I did my first session with someone who's helping me with the voice training. And when I start actually pulling that out on the show to like practice and, get more comfortable using it all the time, it's not going to be very good at first. That's for fucking sure, but I'm going to have to do it, and that's part of the process, and there's going to be sort of an awkward second puberty period over which I'm relearning a lot of things. So just so everyone is aware that I am aware, if that makes sense.
Sure. Meanwhile, I'm going to go hypermask.
Oh, God.
I'm going to talk down here at all times and start smoking cigars and drinking bourbon. I'm going to grow just a mustache. I'm going to become very misogynistic. It's going to be great, sugar tits. Jeffrey Petrone, I want some smoked lab meat. I'll honestly, you put lab meat in front of me, I'm trying it. I'm 100% trying lab meat. I'm trying every lab meat you put in front of me. All of it. Every time. I'm trying it all. Honestly, would vegans try lab meat? I know that a lot of people are vegans out of like a dietary thing, and just meat in general is not a healthy food to eat a bunch of. But
I was going to say it depends on if they're vegans for ethical reasons or for health reasons or whatever. And even if you've gone vegan for a long time, lab-grown meat, assuming it is similar in structure to normal meat, as that is the end goal, if you eat meat after not eating it for a long time, it can kind of fuck you up in terms of like digestion. So I don't know.
I think that's the exact opposite reaction you had to vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you just don't eat them for a long time. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I'm referencing.
Yeah.
I made vegetables and you threw up.
I think there was something else going on because I've eaten vegetables.
Nobody else who ate the vegetables had problems.
But like I eat chicken fried rice with carrots and stuff in it, and it's fine.
Oh.
Anyway,
Wellington Smith with $20. Dear Hugo and fingers smell like cat food. Just dropping by to show support and say that the Impossible Burger is, well, as good as regular BK Burger. I agree. I think you should go get an Impossible Whopper and try it out with whatever you like on it. I've gotten vegan burgers with bacon and cheese on them before because I wanted to try them. Yeah, so
I know you've said the waiter gave you kind of a weird look too.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, I'm not a vegan. I just want to try it. So Mark Hutchins with $6.21, which is oddly specific, gave the same to Nick's fears for her surgeries. I also girl want to be. Saw counselor today. Impossible Meat is a trans masculine dog whistle. What? Mark, are you okay?
What?
I don't know what's happening. Impossible Meat, transmasculine dog whistle. Maybe that's the joke. I don't know. But it is possible. Lunos Nocturne with $5. Hugo, are you a transhumanist? Because then you could be a trans squared humanist now. Yeah, are you an Elon fan?
Funny joke. I'm not a fan of Elon.
What?
Have I ever mentioned that before?
No, I think we brought that up before.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, transhumanism, the idea of like via genetics and or cybernetics, like
Cyberpunk looks cool.
Great, cool. Do whatever you want, everyone. If you want a robot arm, get that fucking robot arm. Yes. You want a robot dick? Get that robot dick.
I'm a transhumanist insofar as I think it's perfectly fine to be one. I'm not one in that I think about it ever.
Nah.
Like, if I can have some robo shit going on at some point in my life, sure, that sounds fun. I'm down with that.
Oh yeah, did you see Elon Musk tweeted "Is Space Jam good?" the other day?
No.
It fucking I was taken aback.
Does Elon know about you now?
I don't think so.
Are you on Elon's radar?
Not. It was just a strange coincidence that like
you came out as a lady and Elon's questing you now. I think that's what's happening.
You know what? I hate Elon, but you know what I do like?
His
$1
money.
billion.
Me too.
So all right, fine.
Tobias the World Weary with $5. I've been watching you guys for like 5 years. I used to watch your tracks like 20 times in a row. Love and support to Hugo. Sorry for autis. LOL.
Okay,
your autis is excused. Lucy Balzano with $4.99. For your name, place an order at Starbucks with the name you're feeling out. Then you get to test how it feels to sound for you a Starbucks gift card for that. I'd send you a Starbucks gift card for that. Interesting. I'd never considered that. You don't drink a lot of coffee, though, do you?
I don't drink any coffee. I don't like coffee.
They have, like, refreshers and other stuff.
I'd probably get a big, terrible muffin that I shouldn't eat that's, like, double chocolate and 10,000 calories.
A 10,000 calorie muffin? What, are they going to space?
You know what I mean? They have those big, giant muffins that are, like, literally, like, 750 to 1,000 calories on the
I don't eat muffins.
You don't eat anything delicious.
What? What are you talking about? I eat all sorts of delicious foods.
Let me
Beef Wellington?
You don't eat anything delicious that involves
sugar,
high volumes of sugar.
Yeah, no, that's not my thing. I do love me some aspartame, though. Seth with $5. I just realized this was all just a plot so people would finally tell you two apart. That's it. That's it. That's what we're doing. Hugo took a bullet for us so that you guys will know who I am. Karen Glaglaws with $10. Here to say I adore you both and to send you more money than my husband did. Nice! So it is a real last name. I don't understand. Chris and Karen Glaglosh. Are you guys Russian spies? Actually,
that's a terrible name for a Russian spy.
It sounds what is it? Polish. Weef Bellington? Yeah. Jake took the bullet, decided to stay a filthy het. True. I'm the token now. I am such a token on my channel, on Twitch, and this channel. It's nuts. Like, all of our fans are non-cis het white boys. Like, pretty much every one of them. And I'm the last one. I'm the last one standing.
Yeah. They'll get you eventually.
You think?
Anyway. No, probably not.
Can't stay because it's a work night, but I wanted to support, says Julie. Frizzy hair solidarity. Finding the right stylist to teach me what to do is the only thing that saved me. Might be worth going to Ulta and talking to the hairstylists over there. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
My hair looks pretty cool like this, I'm not going to lie.
Someone asked if Elon came out as trans, would I support him?
Well, yeah.
I'd support him on a personal level, obviously.
But not his business ventures.
Gender is concerned. He's still a fucking crazy person, though. So,
yeah.
Or she in this hypothetical.
Sorry, we're genociding you, Jake. Yeah. First it was white genocide, and now it's the cishet genocide. Oh. Why won't you guys just like me? Why don't you let me enjoy my football and vaginas? Damn it! You're taking everything from me. I suggest going curly with the hair. Just a good conditioner and curl cream/gel. I have a feeling Hugo is naturally curly. Much love, says QQ Serpent.
See, here's the thing. I mean, there are different ways of doing curls, I'd imagine. But when I had someone do it to me, that sounds weird. When I had the person who is my roommate currently curl my hair for me, I looked like obese adult Shirley Temple.
So
it was not a good look.
So I like the cat girl look.
Yeah.
Do you like that haircut?
I do.
I like it too. There was some. Did you? You saw the fan stuff on the Discord, right? On the fan art.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some cool interpretations there that I think actually looked really good. Violet Linnington says with $4.99 in English pounds. I guess we got some sterlings in there as well, or whatever the fuck they're called. What are those called? What are the coins called in England?
The what called?
The coins? I don't know what they're fucking called. What are English
pounds?
English coins.
They call them like pence. Like I need a 6 pence.
We got 99 pence.
Right on.
We got £4.99. Trans rights, says Violet Linnington. Agreed. We obviously agree. Thank you very much for that. Nope, the Night with $13.07 in Canadian dollars. Here's $10 USD about Jagneet Singh is a beautiful man. I work at Tim Hortons and I hate it, except my coworkers, they're great. I'm always drained after an 8-hour shift. I'm also weird. Lick dolls. Nope, the Night just with a stream of thought donation, and I appreciate it. Just whatever came to mind, you put on out there. That was a beautiful donation. Hugo Chan would be great at trans meme review. Do you want to do a trans meme review? That'd be fun.
Yeah,
that could be fun. I don't know who Jagneet Singh is. Let me look. Jagneet Singh. What do we got? Beautiful man? Oh, the Canadian guy. Yeah, he's good looking. He's a good looking fella. I get it. Leader of NDP. I don't know your Canadian politics. I don't know your Canadian things. Tobias, the World Weary with $2. Don't be a cat girl, Hugo. You don't even watch anime. You watch some anime, don't you?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a cat girl. Someone drew that, and I do like that picture a lot. But
like it a lot,
I'm not particularly like. Oh, was it Sarah? Did Sarah do this one actually?
I think Sarah drew the cat girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys had a conversation about the Nico thing.
Yeah, but I do like that. I wish I looked more like that. That'd be nice.
Flever wants to know what body hair removal tips.
Oh God,
like,
I'm a
and
bad
are you thinking about getting
ask.
it permanently changed?
I would like to, yes, do like laser or something.
I'm
I'd have to look into
I'm assuming in like the chest area and stuff is what you're talking about in face.
that, and I'd also like to do face because I hate shaving. I have really sensitive skin anyway, so like I've always had problems shaving where it really irritates my face and it doesn't do a very good job. So I'd like to get it taken care of. I haven't looked around as far as price or anything, but
I don't think it's that expensive. I feel like a lot of people get laser hair removal, especially upper lip hair removal is a pretty common thing.
Yeah.
T blockers help. That's true.
Whatever you do, don't use Nair. I've used Nair, but I use not on my face. You're not supposed to use it on your face, but like other parts of the body.
Use it on the betwixt area.
How's
you're
that
not
work?
Supposed to like.
You're not supposed to put it like on your balls or anything. Sorry if that's crass, but
is it crass to talk about nairing your balls?
Yeah.
I'll talk about nairing balls. I would love to not shave my balls and just nair them.
I've used the Nair sensitive skin, and I have put it on my balls, and it didn't hurt me.
Did it work?
I don't know.
Did it work? Smooth
it
as eggs?
Okay. It worked okay. I don't know if it does anything in terms of like sterilizing you, because they tell you not to do it, so I don't know why.
About that.
But I don't care. Anyway, I'm already on the hormones, which will like sterilize me. I don't want kids. I never have, never will. But I don't know. Just a warning. It says on the label, don't put it on your balls. Don't put it on your balls.
People shave balls? Absolutely, people shave balls. What are you talking about, Richard? Shave your balls. Everyone shave your balls. Even if you don't have balls, shave the nearest pair of balls you can find. Shave them. Yeah. Shaving the coin purse. Nair worked on me like twice. They say it's for the chemical burn.
Yeah, I could see that. It didn't interact with me really poorly, though. And it was the sensitive skin version, so it's like less potent, I think. If you did the normal Nair, maybe it would hurt like fuck. I don't know. But
I've never tried it. I was scared of burning my nutsack, so But that would be glorious. If you could just dip, like I would love to just dip my balls in some creams and then just like wash it off real quick and never have to go through the whole process. Because man, what a just a boring. Like if I could detach my balls and do it like in front of me, like an artist shaping marble, then maybe. But since they're all the way down there, and I kind of you got to fly blind if it's underneath, I'm not a fan. I cannot imagine how vagina havers do that. Like just the thought of it, because it's even foldier. Even foldier. Wellington Smith with $5. Also, I'm lazy. As to the anime, I see Hugo more as a mermista from the new She-Ra. I don't know what that is.
I watched a little bit of the new She-Ra. I haven't actually watched it yet. I know Sarah's watched it and she liked it a lot. So, and I was into it. I like that kind of shit.
I'm assuming they mean the haircut. I'll put it on screen. That right there. With the blue. That's not a bad look. I dig.
It's taking a second for it to catch up for me.
Not a bad look.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's animated hair, though.
Of course it is. Like it'd be really,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can pull it around to the side. That's a good look. I dig that. How do you feel about the teal? I go purple. Becca Ingram Bryant with $1. Thank you very much. Robert Armstrong with $5. As the only other cishet person here, apparently, it's just us. That's true. Pay the pink tax and shave them balls with a Venus raver. Works a dream. Hey, I've used lady razors are way better than man razors. For the I don't know why they gender their razors or make them different at all. Yeah, I don't know. But like, do they not expect like? I guess they market it as men, but penis people. They expect the people with dongs to like use fucking broadswords to shave their nuts. It's so weird.
I don't know.
In the area around the base, like, ugh.
There aren't a lot of male advertised grooming products that specifically seem tailored for that particular job.
Lady razors are way better. What the fuck is a pink tax?
It's the idea that like things that are branded for women, like women's razors as opposed to men's razors, or like in very funny and obscene like circumstances, like it's a flashlight but it's pink, for women. Flashlight for ladies.
It's a little bit more expensive.
Tends to cost more because of the branding and like gender branding.
Yep. When are y'all getting your own website? I don't know. Do we need one? Vizarov with $5. Have HRT nipple pain and sore chest yet? That was a bittersweet feeling when I got it. They said to grow a pair. They didn't specify of what.
Definitely a lot of sensitivity. And the other day, Charlie, the cat, one of the cats, was like, heard something outside and ran on top of me and stepped right on my chest, and that hurt a lot. But like, as long as I don't bump into anything, I'm good. But yes, definitely more sensitive.
It's wild mammers time. It's and you got to protect yourself now.
Yeah.
Someone said, Seth said, Hugo, are you going to put she, her in your bio or just leave it as is?
No, I will eventually. I'm waiting till I don't know. I don't know what I'm waiting for, actually. I know. I should. I will. I don't know when.
Harrison Tall with $2. Science bless. We miss you, Hugo. You go, girl.
Thank you.
Just use a trimmer with a guard? I don't want to. No. Come on, guys. You don't want crotch stubble, okay? The only thing worse than the initial itch is having stubble. Oof. That's bad. Never ever get punched in the titty. Just don't do it.
I'll do my best.
Kitty will step on your titty. Dude, my cat steps on me and it hurts wherever she touches. I can't imagine if she'd like landed on my balls or something. Yeah, she is hefty. Is Charlie hefty?
No,
Charlie's the little one, right? The
he's
little...
pretty tiny. Yeah,
Has
he was
Allie stepped
going
on you
very.
before?
No.
Oh god. She's like pounds per square inch is nuts. Is a transmasculine NB stubble makes you feel cool? Does it make you feel cool when it's itching in your crotchal region? Stubble on your face is totally different than stubble on your crotch. I don't like the buzzing. I don't usually let it get too crazy though. I'm more of a I don't like to have a bush. It makes me uncomfortable. I think this comes from sports. Wearing stuff that compresses all your junk together while playing sports is uncomfortable enough. To have a mat of hair in there as well is just even more uncomfortable. So I just have always manscaped. It's been a thing. Jake, do you get beard itch? Never. Hugo, a crazy cat lady? Not yet.
No. Are there any someone says on Twitter, are there any plans to cover Christian content that addresses trans people?
Sure.
Probably. I think what the fuck PragerU has done some stuff related to it. So we can do that at some point.
I mean, we're not going to focus on that as a channel, but it definitely is relevant, and so it's part of the conversation now anyway. So yeah, I mean, we've already done before you came out to even me, like we were doing that kind of content. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to come up. Becca Ingram Bryant with $1. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Bushes are hot. Hey, if you like them, but I'm not trying to get you in my bush area, so I don't care. Now we're talking about Jake's bush, and honestly, I had no idea we felt exactly the same. See, there you go. I'm correct about that. Seshi Maru says, joined a bit late, so you probably already said it, but what's coming up next for TBR?
I have the DVD right here. It's a movie review. We're recording tomorrow in the morning.
How long is it?
It's called Escape from Hell. It's like an hour, 13 minutes.
Okay. Comrade Cora collab when?
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know who Comrade Cora is.
Yeah. Let me read the back of the box for this. Dr. Eric Robinson wants to believe and experience that infinite love and warmth that near-death testimonies claim is on the other side of life. His colleague, Dr. Marissa Holloway, is on a crusade to alleviate the fear of death and suffering by proving to the world that heaven awaits everyone. In a moment of desperation, Dr. Robinson faces death and discovers the reality of hell, a place that the Bible vividly portrays, a hell from which we all must escape. So, and quotes on the back from Jerry Falwell.
Oh, nice.
Jerry Falwell Ministries. Yeah.
Very nice. Non-authority with $2. Get Streamlabs, you mega nerds. What do you think I'm using? I just don't have Alertbox up because I did this last second because everything fell apart at Hugo's Wi-Fi. So we had to do this because it couldn't. The laptop that you're seeing on screen couldn't support the stream. So I had to come back to my house. We're doing this over Discord. So I think next time I should have Streamlabs stuff set up. But I'm not going to use this Streamlabs setup. I'm going to have a whole different thing going on because I literally slapped this together on air. So that movie does sound fun. What does our Bicon and Token Het 2 think about the shit Turkey has been up to? Oh, our president. I too like to pull out of agreements and watch allies die by the millions because of my own stupid bullshit. When's the next Bible study? Probably next week.
Yeah.
We also have were we going to do an unboxing this weekend as well?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure we have enough to do. I'm thinking we'll just do it downstairs.
Okay.
I think that's probably the easiest place to do it.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the tweets.
Yep.
Did you see the thing I tweeted about what's his name? Joji Ito.
No.
Oh, he's really good. Everyone should go read some Junji Ito stuff online.
Why?
It's it's a horror manga guy from Japan, and he's very talented.
Mm,
Just like Google image it and like look at any of them, basically.
that right there with the weird
Yeah.
cat. That's interesting.
Um, Probably. Yes. But he does other stuff too.
Dun, 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 dun. Uh, I love I love that you have the Space Jam poll as your pinned tweet.
Someday it'll happen. It'll happen
That's the
someday.
best. That is absolutely the best.
Or I'll die, and that's my legacy. And frankly, what a glorious legacy.
Jesus Christ. Mustard Bust with $10 reduced. Glad to have you both back. It's lonely out in space. Rock on, Hugo. Glad I came in when we're talking about shaving our wankles and vagoos. What shapes should we start with?
What shapes should we start with? Like, what shapes should you shave into your pubic hair?
Into the pubis area.
I would like just do a Hugo. Do a Hugo face. When someone's giving you head, I want their eye line to meet mine. I want it to be intimate. Anyway.
What do I want? Also a Hugo face. Mallory Gilmore with $1.99. Love the vid on Blair. I'm happy to see this. Thanks. I did do a video on Blair White if you are interested, over at my my channel, which is basically just a deposit for some highlights of the Twitch streams, if you're interested in that. You'd probably very much enjoy it. I do some stuff over there that doesn't necessarily have a place over on this channel. So, and I make very little money from it, but it's fun. So, Danny Lopez, what happened to the Quran Reloaded? The same thing that has always happened to it. It gets flagged to oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not really worth the effort. Not really worth the effort.
I still want to return to it someday in some fashion. I don't know. We'd have to we'd have to figure out a different format because there's so much repeating in the Quran. It's so much the same shit constantly, even more so than the Bible. I have to think about it.
Do it for Patreon. That might make it worth it. It still wouldn't change the formatting issue, but yeah. Now we're both flickering. Rip.
Hugo, how much do you think you'll change your wardrobe? What kind of style do you think you're leaning towards? Dresses, skirts, etc. My question will now be lost in the crowd again. I'd like to wear like skirts and stuff, but I'm very self-conscious and afraid of what is going to happen if I leave my home like that, considering where we live. I don't know. I don't know. That's a safety issue I'm a little concerned about. But I'd like to.
Get strapped up. Pack heat.
Yeah.
The cartoons on TQ are the best. Yeah, the cartoons are pretty good. It's pronounced Junji Ito. Jungi? Probably Junji Ito. Have your mom and dad tried to talk to you?
I am actually talking to my mom again because she found out about this without me telling her, and I do talk to her now. My dad, on the other hand, I want no contact with for like the rest of my life. The rest of his life. Hopefully he'll die first. I don't mean to say that in a mean way. I just like his presence on the planet gives me such anxiety. I don't like it.
What if you went to the moon?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. That's an alternative there. Doing my tea shot while listening to the stream. Nice. Do you have to take shots or anything? I thought they were just pills.
I just take pills.
What's the
because
difference?
I have to. I drive, and tomorrow I actually have my doctor's appointment in Detroit. I have to drive almost 3 hours just to get there. Because no one around me that I could find both does trans healthcare stuff and takes my insurance. So I get to drive like 3 hours there and 3 hours back every 3 months or so, which isn't super fun.
Do you get White Castle?
No, because by the time it's so much, it's like my whole day's gone, and I just feel like going home. I don't know. And last time I got caught in like after work traffic coming out of Detroit, and it was a nightmare.
Vizeroth at $2. Sew knives to the skirt. Sew knives to the skirt hem and twirl at phobes.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good one. Detroit become HRT. Jesus Christ.
That's good. Okay.
Well, we hit our 2 hours, which is what we planned on. Did you have anything else you wanted to address besides hanging out with people and looking at Twitter and stuff?
I just want to thank everyone for all the like support and everything over the past few weeks that we've taken off. Like I really needed that for mental like health reasons. I just needed to resituate, and now I'm glad to be back, and I'm excited to make lots of new fun content for you guys, and I appreciate you all more than you will ever know. I make a lot of sarcastic remarks about like, fuck you guys and stuff, because that's just like my sense of humor. But you guys have no idea how much you honestly mean to me as far as like your support and like offers of help and all that stuff. It's amazing. Seriously. So thank you all. It means a lot to me.
Fuck you guys. Becca Ingram Bryant with $2. Guys, you are great. Keep on keeping on. And Mustard Bus with $5. Feel like I'm going to need a tutorial, but I'm game. Also, when do you pick up stuff from the post office? Your package is ready, but haven't shipped yet.
I was assuming Friday. Someone
Friday
would pick them up.
Saturday, we'll be doing it.
Are they open Saturday?
No, I'm just saying we'll be doing it on Friday. Well, they are open on Saturday, but in the morning. Yeah, it just depends. I'm gonna go check it out. Yeah, it should be good. We're not doing charisma saves this week because Alex is busy and his dad's getting remarried and stuff, and so that's a whole thing. But so we have a little bit.
It's a bummer. I really want to get back to doing a live too.
I know. Hopefully we can do it the Wednesday after Halloween. So I think that's it. I think we're all good. I also appreciate all your support, guys. I appreciate you supporting Hugo because it's easy for me to do and you don't have to do it. But you do it anyway, so it's good. And just supporting people in general. I think it's important for visibility. I'm not I'm the most well represented person on the planet. So like I don't really need I need your monetary support, but after that it's I got it, right? So I'm good to go. So keep advocating for people that need your help. It's always nice. I'm glad that we can use this platform to kind of, have a cool community. You guys are probably the best community on the internet. I don't know who has a more wholesome community that can also be funny, and we can all flock towards hating a particular thing that needs to be hated on for a little bit, whether it's institutionalized Christianity or if it's a harmful political thing or whatever. I like that we can be wholesome. We're kind of like honey badgers. You guys look real cute. And you're all wholesome and stuff. We have little cobby things and cat girl Hugo and shit, and then you guys get rabid and you wanna fucking destroy every bad person in your wake, which I dig. So, yeah, it's good. So we'll be back with some more stuff. We're gonna record a movie thing tomorrow, which I assume will be. Are you putting that up Friday?
Well, Thursday I'm gonna be gone all day.
Right, tomorrow's when we're recording it in the morning, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be gone to the doctor's appointment all day.
Yeah. So it'll be up Saturday.
Yeah.
I think you'll have time Friday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll put that up Saturday, and we'll do the unboxing Saturday or Sunday. Boom. Okay. We nailed it. Okay. So yeah, Corn's in chat. Thanks, guys. If you want to catch more stuff. You can go over to my other YouTube channel that I have some content there that you probably missed because we don't have anything new up right now. So if you're into that, go over there for that. And then also I do stream. I'm not streaming tonight since we did this tonight. I got some other stuff. I got some videos and stuff that I want to edit, and I got to put up the D&D stuff on the other channel. So go to twitch.tv/actualjake for that. A lot of people doing Corn here know what it is. So yeah, we got a lot of content coming out. It's going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to that. We'll do that, and then we got to do some Patreon stuff, and we'll be back into the swing of it with normal video upload rate and all that shit. So love you all. Have a wonderful night. Is there anything else? Is that it? Nope.
I think that's it.
What's Hugo?
Trans rights. Woo.
Yes, that, but also Hugo wisdom. Little droplet of Hugo wisdom.
When's
the next Address the Nation? Probably the week after this. This was technically that. But...
My wisdom is always have a statement prepared, because if you don't, Jake will put you on the spot.
Every time. All right. Have a good night, guys.